Hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
On behalf of the South African Accounting Academy, a warm welcome to this webinar on XBRL and CIPC. This is Nestene speaking, and I will be your facilitator during this webinar. Before we delve into the technical content of this webinar, there are just a few points that I want to bring to your attention. Starting with a short introduction of SAAA, the South African Accounting Academy. At SAAA, we offer relevant, to-the-point, and practical CPD training to accountants, auditors, bookkeepers, and tax practitioners. And we do this in the form of a range of webinars, seminars, conferences, and courses. Our CPD policy is fully compliant with IFAC IES 7. This means that most professional bodies, including all of the ones you see listed on this slide, do recognize our trainings as CPD compliant, and you can therefore claim your CPD hours for this webinar and for any other activities that you enroll for with SAAA. SAAA also offers rewards to CPD subscribers. So if you are one of our valued subscribers, we want you to know that you can access your rewards from your profile on our website by logging in and navigating to our My Rewards, Find Out More page. And this is where you will be able to see rewards available from our reward partners. And this is also where you can then claim your rewards. These rewards include discounts, reduced premiums, and one of my all-time favorites, free stuff. So do have a look over there. As I said, we have various partners, including the ones listed on this slide. In terms of who you are talking to today, as I said, my name is Nestene Clausen. I am a registered auditor and chartered accountant with a master's in auditing. My lecturing experience includes teaching at Northwest University, the University of Cape Town, Damelin, and on other ad hoc courses. I am also the founder and managing partner of the Audit Pro, South Africa's first virtual audit firm, as well as the founder of two non-profit organizations. So the one non-profit is called Born to Count, and in it we specialize in equipping less fortunate but promising, driven, and ambitious individuals with the skills required to succeed in our industry. It's all about providing opportunities to people who deserve them, but who would, in the ordinary course of life, not be afforded one. I remember when I first started my business, I kept thinking, just give me a chance. Just let me show you what I can do. And I can tell you from experience, chances are hard to come by. But for people like me, if you give us even half a chance, you have no idea what we can accomplish. So my work in Born to Count is very much centered around that. The other, most recently found nonprofit is called Coloring for COVID. And this is an organization where we aim to generate income from working together and using the resources we, as a community, have available at the moment, which is our time, creativity, and access to cutting-edge technology and an online community. This income is then distributed to South African citizens who have lost their own ability to generate income because of the current lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the resulting economic crisis. Again, it's a product. This is a project that is close to my heart because I know what it's like to be thrown a curveball in life. It feels like you've been hit by a tsunami-sized wave and you didn't even pack a surfboard. It's that kind of feeling. So that is where this project comes in. And if you want to get involved in it, you can visit the website. The link is on the slides. It's very easy to get involved in the project, so you can contribute even by just downloading one of the free coloring pictures, coloring it, and sending us your artwork so we can sell it as a digital asset. I also regularly speak at conferences, both local and international. You might have heard me speaking on some of our local radio stations, just giving general advice on relevant topics in our industry. So I would like to believe that you are in good hands this morning. Just in terms of some webinar housekeeping, the webinar recording and presentation will be available at the end of the webinar within your XBRL profile. You may access this recording at any time by logging in and navigating to My Dashboard, View Events, and then clicking on the Links and Resources button next to the webinar title. The webinar is available under the Recordings tab, and the presentation is available under the Files tab. In terms of claiming your CPD hours, you can claim your CPD hours for this webinar at the end of the webinar within your XBRL profile. You do this by logging into your profile and navigating to My Dashboard, View Events, and then clicking on Links and Resources next to the webinar title. You will see that the Claim My CPD option is available under the CPD tab, and once claimed, you will be able to view and download your certificate. I do also have to let you know that whilst every effort has been made to ensure the accuracy of this presentation and handouts, neither the presenters nor the organizers can accept any responsibility for any opinions expressed by the presenter, author, contributors, or correspondents, nor for the accuracy of any information contained in these handouts. The copyright of this material also rests with the SA Accounting Academy, and the documentation or any part thereof may not be reproduced either electronically or in any other means whatsoever without the prior written permission of the XBRL. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to encourage you to ask questions and interact during the webinar. I am a firm believer in the value of collaborative and experiential learning, so any and all conversations, contributions, and questions will be most welcome. So please feel free to ask your questions during the webinar in the chat, and know that these will be addressed in the formal question and answer session at the end of this presentation. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of our housekeeping and introductory segment. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the coursework. In terms of the course outline, you are in for a real treat today. I attempted to keep this session super practical and informative with specific practical tips and information that you can utilize in the day-to-day running of your practice or the practice you are currently working in. My aim for you for today is that you can leave here feeling comfortable that you are aware of everything that you need to understand with regards to this topic, and you also know where to find more information and resources if and when needed in future. The way we are going to accomplish this is by first of all having a look at some general information and background around this topic. And I really want to start out by focusing on why this topic is so very important for us to take seriously, understand, and address at the moment. So we will start off by discussing some relevant and current activities taking place in our immediate economic environment. Then we will progress to taking a look at what exactly is XBRL. Where does it come from? What does it stand for? Why does it exist? And what does the XBRL process entail? Where in terms of legislation does the XBRL process fit? And should we perceive it as a friend or a foe? We'll discuss some benefits, some drawbacks, and we'll talk in detail about how exactly this process works. Once we've established exactly what XBRL is and how it works, we can then move on to discussing the difference between filing annual financial statements, or AFS, and financial accountability statements, or FAS, as part of the annual return filing process. Next up, We will then discuss the considerations to take into account when determining which sets of financial statements need to be submitted using the XBRL route. And I'll give you a neat little summary that we use in my practice.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.